Neil's attacking me.
Good morning all.
Good morning.
It's a very windy day today. So we've come out on a nice chilled out walk. And today's vlog is going to be about modern Druidry and what it actually means. So if you ask 10 Druids what Druidry is, you'll get 15 different answers. So come and join us. Let's have a chat.
So modern Druidry today, sometimes known as Neo-Druidry, falls under the umbrella term of paganism. And basically that's just a term used to relate to any spirituality that doesn't follow one of the Abrahamic religions. For me, I see Druidry as more of a philosophy for a way of life. So to me, it's a way of being and relating to the world around me. But for other people, they might see their Druidry as their religion. This hair's battering my face, it's fucking terrible. If there's one element that I really don't like, it is air when it comes in the form of wind. Having long hair when it's windy ain't helpful. I do refer to myself as a Druid, I do call myself a Druid, and that's because it's something that I've been interested in, been learning about and practicing for almost 20 years now. How would you say that your spirituality relates to Druidry, or does it?
How my spirituality aligns with Druidry. I would say I wouldn't call myself a Druid. I don't really label myself as anything really. I'm not even an atheist. I'm open to it all. What I like about Druidry, or modern day Druidry, is connecting with the land, being present with the now, and enjoying beauty in the small things. We can get so caught up with work life that it ends up becoming your life, when that's not true. It shouldn't be like that. This is life. The beauty of Druidry is that it's versatile and non-dogmatic, so it can be practiced alongside other religions too, if that floats your boat.
Modern Druidry isn't a costume, despite what a lot of people think. It's not about dressing up in white robes and worshipping at Stonehenge. Although that is a part of it for some people, it's a living, breathing spirituality that's based in the here and now. Every Druid's path is individual and ever evolving, and it will be influenced by their own life experiences and place in the world.
Someone started building a shelter, look.
Oh
Yeah, that's neat. Let's have a sit down, lads.
yeah? Let's park as sends.
It's all right in here, innit?
It is, isn't it?
Oh, it's all right in here, isn't it, Tiger? It's all right. It's not going to keep us out at rain, though.
There are 3 paths in most modern Druid orders. So you've got your bards, which is your creativity and your storytelling. You've got the ovates, which is your healing and study of nature. And then you've got the Druids, and they are more with regards to your wisdom, philosophy and community building. So all three can and do often overlap. And which one would you say that you feel most closely aligned with, Jay?
For me, I'd say I'm more connected to the bards because it's the creativity and the storytelling. So when we come out on adventures like this, the creativity of looking around of what aspects to capture, and then how I'm going to edit it when I get home, which connects to the Awen flow, and I get into the Awen flow that way. And I enjoy the storytelling, and I've recently took up carving wood, so I bought myself a little carving set. I've started carving little sculptures out of that, and I'm really enjoying that. So yeah, I'd say I would say the bards because of the creativity side and storytelling. What about you, Laws, out of them three? What about out of the bards, the Ovates or the Druids?
For me, I would say it's definitely Ovates and Druids. Ovates because I've got a fascination with the earth and learning about it and studying it. Like with our Living Almanac series, I really enjoy that because it helps me feel really connected. And with regards to Druidry, I would say that the more airy, philosophical nature really interests me. I mean, I've always been fascinated by psychology and psycho-spirituality, and so to delve into that aspect of it, I'm really enjoying that at the moment. I am actually in Druid grade now with Obod, and I'm finding it fantastic. It really, really aligns with what I enjoy and what I feel connected to. With the Bardic grade, I did feel like I sort of struggled to connect with my own creativity because when I was a kid, I used to be fairly creative. I used to like art, so I loved drawing and things like that. Recently, I've not felt very creative. I think with me, it is the nature of creativity, with it being related to the fire element. For me, it really does require a spark to get going. So once I've had that spark and I get going, I feel like I can get into that creative flow. But if I'm not constantly tending it like you would a fire, it can quite easily fizzle out.
We're making a move, son. Oh yeah, let's go.
He's like a little boy. At its core, Druidry is a nature-based spirituality. So we're students of nature and the land is our church. And you don't actually need to be a member of a Druid order to consider yourself a Druid. So when we're thinking about what do modern Druids believe, it's about seeing the divine in nature and treating the environment as sacred. It's a reverence for the earth. It's about ecological stewardship and the belief that everything is interconnected, which links quite well to animism, which is something that quite a lot of modern Druids do believe. I do personally. I would consider myself an animist. Though it's not essential to be a Druid, you have to be an animist at all. Animism is basically just the belief that everything is imbued with its own spirit or soul. So the trees, the rocks, the plants, the animals, us, and we're all interconnected. A black ladybird with red spots. And we've got the Wheel of the Year, which is something that many modern day Druids do follow. I know that we do. Whilst the wheel itself is a more modern creation created by Gerald Gardner, who were responsible for the resurgence of Wicca in 1950s. The celebrations within the Wheel of the Year are based on older ceremonies and celebrations throughout the year. It's a series of 8 different festivals that are marked at intervals of about every 6 weeks through the year. So yeah, shameless plug, if you want to see how we live seasonally, we'll put the link somewhere on screen to our Living Almanac series.
Yeah, come over and have a look, see how the seasons change. It's a lovely walk.
You found living seasonally to be really beneficial, haven't you?
Oh yeah, so much better. The change to living seasonally than the way that I used to live is had a big impact on me. I'm way more present with the world and nature around me. Feels like you get more celebrations. So obviously the quick change of scene then, we finally made it to the cafe where we're just gonna have a brew and bacon butter.
And I'm having a vegetarian sausage bap. I present to you my baps. So I think for the final piece on what do Druids actually believe, it would be amiss to not mention sovereignty, because sovereignty within Druidry is really important. So respecting the sovereignty of the land which we're on and the sovereignty of each other and all of the beings, that's a really important one.
Cheers.
Cheers to that. Cheers to sovereignty.
Cheers.
And cheers to you guys.
Blech.
That's a sign of appreciation in Druidry. If you're not doing that, you're doing it wrong. If you're not belching.
You know what I like about Druidry?
What do you like about Druidry?
I like how you don't have to fit into a box.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to do things on certain days. You don't have to do things at certain times. You just do it as you want to do it.
Yeah, as you feel called to.
Yeah, so when you next go out for a walk in nature, around your local walk, or a big walk, or a hike, or even in your back garden, you can do it anywhere. Just be present, feel that connection, because it is there if you look.
I would definitely agree with that.
Yeah, I like how it's like I won't class myself as a druid, I won't class myself as anything, but I can see appeal to that way of living. It's just relaxed, it's calm, present, it's meditative, it's great for the mental health.
I think that's a lot of reason why you've adopted it into your way of living, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't consciously go out and think, oh, I need to be present right now. I just are.
It just happens.
I just look at things and I don't know how to explain it. It's just a nice way of living.
It is.
It's a nice, calm way of living. It's a complete opposite of the busy lives that you live with, having to go to work at a set amount of time and be like ants and
Shitty capitalism.
yeah.
But also for me, it's not about escapism at the same time. It's about feeling truly embodied, about, like you were saying before, being in the here and now, being present. That's what's at the core of it, really, isn't it?
We all live busy lives, don't we? So if we can just sculpt out a little bit every now and then to be present and have a walk in nature, breathe in that fresh air and just be very present and aware of your surroundings, it's all good.
Yeah, I think that leads on quite nicely to what we were going to talk about next, which is how do modern druids actually practice?
Practicing modern day druidry ain't all about solstices and Stonehenge. It's a lot more low key than that.
So wild service is a form of practice, and what that looks like is a reciprocity with nature and the land. So reciprocity in modern druidry is really important. It's a sacred practice of cultivating a relationship with the land. Whilst many druids do go to Stonehenge for the solstices, it's not essential. And for us, we like to practice by a form of wild service, So that would look like for us when we're out in nature, either litter picking or when you might have seen on us Living Almanac vlogs, putting bird boxes up or bug hotels, things like that. And it's about the reciprocity between ourselves and nature. That's one of the ways that we would practice Druidry. Yeah, so for us, it's about the give and take with the land rather than just merely taking from it. And then you can have things like observation as a natural prayer, because I know that a lot of people who do come to Druidry don't resonate so much with the thought of prayer. That seems like quite a Christian concept, but it's not. Anybody can pray. If you find yourself out in nature, simply sitting still and watching a bee or watching a bird in a sort of meditative state, just that recognition can be used as a form of observational prayer, and that in itself would constitute a spiritual act.
So practicing Druidry could be on your own or in groups.
And that is entirely dependent on what you're comfortable with and what is available to you. So in relation to a more routine practice, what some people call daily practice, for us this is more about noticing the magical in the mundane. So something which I know that I do most days is when I come downstairs in the morning and I open the door to let Sega out for his morning wee, I open the door, and regardless of what weather is like outside, I would take a nice big deep inhalation of breath and just listen and just see what you hear, sniff at the air. It's just a way to feel that connection first thing in the morning.
So another way that we like to do it is tracking the firsts. So the first snowdrop that comes out, or the first bluebell, or the white of the blackthorn popping. Them colours, them vibrant colours really brings you into the moment. And there's just beauty in it all. All you've got to do is look.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people have heard of the chakras, the energy centres within the body. Well, within Druidry and Irish law, there's the 3 cauldrons, or the cauldrons of Posey. And these are 3 energy centres within your body. The cauldron of warmth, of vocation and of knowledge. And each day just taking time to notice whether they might be out of balance, whether your energy might be blocked in one area or whether it might be overflowing in another, because that might be making you feel burnt out. And if that's the case, then you would look into which cauldron it might be that's a little bit off or out of balance, and you would figure out ways to create balance within that. And this might just be something as simple as taking a little bit of time out for yourself, just sitting down, doing something that you enjoy, reading a book or listening to some music, anything, taking a walk out in nature, just to recharge yourself and just to get your energies balanced again. And you might have noticed something that we've been mentioning consistently as we've been talking all the way through this vlog so far, and that's the connection with the land. I think that's really what it boils down to. Certainly it is for me. And I think you feel the same, don't you?
Yeah, I agree.
Being connected to the land is really a way to feel very grounded in yourself and in your practice. And as we mentioned earlier, Druidry isn't about transcendence. It's not really about trying to reach spiritual enlightenment. It really is about feeling embodied and feeling connected to the world that we do live in and seeing the beauty of this world as it is.
So one of the ways that I like to embody the practice of Druidry is by learning the names of plants. So when you're walking around, you actually see a plant that you know the name of, like you know your neighbour. They're dead nettles or bluebells.
Yeah, and I feel like that's something which I've certainly noticed when we've been going out, when we've been taking our daily walks. Just being able to recognise plants, it really does make you feel more in tune. Another way to connect to the land is finding sacred sites. And you might be thinking, again, Stonehenge or Avebury, Glastonbury maybe, and they're lovely and they're nice to visit, but not everybody can visit them daily. And a sacred site, it doesn't have to be somewhere grand, it doesn't have to be somewhere famous. You can find sacred sites on your own landscape, on your own doorstep. It can be anything. It can be a tree that's significant to you. Like I found, if you've been following us for any decent amount of time, you'll know that I'm really, really connected to my tree friend, Big Beach, and she's fantastic. And to me, she's sacred. and she's not famous. Nobody else knows who she is, but to me, that's an important place, and I love going there and just being able to sit at her roots with my back against her trunk. It's just a nice place to be. It doesn't have to be anything grand.
So being mindful is like watching sunrises or feeling the soil. One of my favourites, listening to bird calls. Started to learn what bird call is what bird now.
Yeah, you're better at that than me.
And that's giving me joy.
I've got bird call envy. Jay recognises them now.
You're bird blind.
I am bird blind.
Another one is walking barefoot. Now, I only do this round end of spring, summertime, but that really does ground you. Walking through a meadow or a grass field barefoot hits different.
It does, and it's just about engaging your senses, really, staying mindful and staying present. So I think to wrap this up, I would say that if you did want to start practicing Druidry, just start small. Choose a specific quiet spot out in nature and just go there and sit and start to observe. And you can do this through the seasons, one week to the next, however often that you can get, really. And over time you'll get to know the place, and you'll get to recognise the plants, and you'll get to form that closer relationship with the area. And I think that's a good starting point for Druidry. I think being out there, sitting in nature, acknowledging the presence of the more than human is a really good place to start. So anyway, with all of that in mind, I'd be interested to know, how would you describe Druidry? Please let us know in comments below. If you'd like us to talk about any of the subjects that we have touched on in this video, then again let us know in comments, because there's some of the things that we've mentioned on here which could be an entire video all in itself. So yeah, do let us know.
So I hope you've enjoyed this walk and talk. A little bit different, a little bit of a different vlog for you.
See you next time.
Stay tuned.